and welcome back to the Paddy Power Sports Network. Let's talk some NBA basketball. I'm Pat Williams with Kenny White. Friday night in Chicago, the Denver Nuggets come to town to take on the Bulls. Kenny, how about Chicago, a 7-point home court favorite with a total of 195? The Denver Nuggets, they've fallen and they can't get up.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster ride for this team the entire year. Brian Shaw is really under the microscope right now. A lack of talent really hurts. Top 2 point guards, Nate Robinson, out for the season now. And Ty Lawson, a stud at point guard, their leading scorer, is also out with a rib injury.
So you got Randy Foye playing point. He's really kind of a hybrid 1 and 2 guard. And then you've got a small forward playing shooting guard now, Jordan Hamilton. Not doing much, averaging 6-7 points a game, 6-7 forward out of Texas. But the bottom line, this team just can't defend. It doesn't matter who they play on the court.
Yeah, no, that is a big problem, their defense right now. When you look at them on the season, they were 21st overall, but over the last 3 games, they've probably been the worst defensive team. One player that did step up last game, a 20-year-old out of France, Evan Fournier, had 20-some points, 25 points to be exact, 6'6", 200. He's a long, athletic player, but just 20 years old, so he's going to have his inconsistent nights as well.
All right, we talk about the Chicago Bulls. Derrick Rose obviously out, but this team's all about defense, and I think as long as you got Noah in the middle there directing traffic on defense, this team's going to be in every game they play.
Well, Noah and Boozer as well, and they've kind of changed their offense a little bit now without Rose, without Dang. Kind of more of a Princeton type of offense. Noah had 13 assists their last game, passing out of the post and from the free throw line. So this team's kind of making a transition. They're liking it, and they're playing good basketball. This may be the 3rd best team out of the East, Pat.
All right, well, they are trailing in the playoff race right now, only a couple games behind the Miami Heat. But the East, I mean, you can make the playoffs if you can go, 500.
Chicago will go well over 500. Tom Thibodeau, too solid of a coach, and this team should be fun to watch late in the season.
All right, pace is important here. Denver wants to go fast. The Bulls want to play slow. Kenny, the Bulls -7, 195 is your total. What do you like in this game?
Well, I think the Bulls will definitely control the pace, and they do want to go slow. Under 195, that's a big number for any Chicago Bull game.
All right, how about it's hard to even talk about this game with a straight face. The Boston Celtics at the LA Lakers. This used to be, Kenny, the best rivalry in basketball for a very long time, but now these two teams simply a shell of their former selves.
No doubt about it. It was Bird versus Magic. Now it's really Jeff Green versus Paul Gasol. Hopefully Paul Gasol plays. He is probable.
All right, how about the Lakers catching a point on their home court? 205 is the total. These two teams met a few weeks ago. Rondo had just came back. Kendall Marshall had just joined the Lakers out of the D-League. And the Lakers got the best of Boston on their home court. Boston blew a late lead, and L.A. wins 107-104, catching 7 points in Boston. The game went way over the total of 205. Kenny, this Boston team, wow. No talent. They say they're rebuilding. They're playing for draft picks. What's going on with this team?
Well, Brad Stevens is in his first year, come out of the college ranks, coaching up this team. He's got a great offense, but these players, it's going to take some time to learn that offense. They're 24th right now in the NBA offensively, 13th defensively, though. That's their strength right now. They are playing solid defense, kind of a team that brings their lunch pail to work every day.
All right, this team does not have a center. Jared Solinger has been starting in the center position, but really he's a power forward. He's questionable for this game, hurt in the game against Phoenix the other night. So we're probably going to see Humphreys, Bass, or, I don't know who plays center for this team, Humphrey or Bass, I guess.
Yeah, Kelly Olynyk from Gonzaga is a 7-footer, so he can play some center. He's more of a stretch 5 guy because he can shoot from three-point range. He's had a couple nice games this year, but still a young guy.
All right, the Lakers absolutely getting run their last time out versus the Houston Rockets. Wow. Their season's basically draft picks now. And I think we need to put an asterisk on this video, Kenny, because the trade deadline is today as we're shooting this. So anybody we've talked about could be traded by the time this game tips.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There could be a lot of trades in the NBA in the next couple of days. There's been so many injuries this year. I cannot remember a year where so many star players worth 2, 2.5, 3 points have missed games, and we have 2 in this game. Gasol's a 2-point player. If he comes back, Sullinger on his side, he's worth 2 points, almost 2.5 because Pat alluded to. There's really no center on this roster.
All right, we must talk about Kendall Marshall, 19-14 last time versus Boston. How about 20-16 his last game versus Houston? He will be a key in whoever covers the spread in this game.
Amazing. Out of the D-League, they pulled this guy up, and he is averaging 9.8 assists a game, one of the top marks. They just traded Steve Blake away, and Nash has been banged up, really just a shell of himself. So Marshall has really stepped in and done a nice job. And it seems like everything we're saying, we like the Lakers in this game, but I think this is a terrible basketball team, and I think actually Boston has more talent than the Lakers do.
You think Boston goes to L.A. and wins?
I think they do. They get revenge.
All right, good stuff from Kenny White. Good luck on your selections Friday night in the National Basketball Association, and we'll see you right back here on the Paddy Power Sports Network.